These are the only two Star Wars CIS flagships officially released by LEGO. The Malevolence, a 1,070-piece set from 2012, and the Invisible Hand, a 557-piece set recently released in 2024. Join me today as we take a closer look at these two amazing sets. First off, despite both being CIS flagship models, these two sets are very different. The Malevolence was released in 2012 as a tie-in to the Star Wars Clone Wars TV series. The outside is constructed in a sort of detailed midi-style format, while the inside features numerous play features. The Invisible Hand, on the other hand, was released as part of the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars anniversary and is a true midi-scale model. It's interesting to note that these are the only two officially licensed LEGO Star Wars CIS flagships that have ever been released. The Malevolence is an absolute beast of a ship. It is incredibly long and actually hangs off the edges of my table here. The midi-scale Invisible Hand, however, is a much more manageable size and was designed this way for easier display purposes. Although the color schemes are similar for both ships, you can definitely notice that the Malevolence features a darker blue color that is common in the Star Wars Clone Wars series, whereas the Invisible Hand is primarily gray and also features blue accents in between. LEGO did a great job of adding a lot of exterior plate detailing on the Malevolence, and it looks really good. I would say that the Invisible Hand is better proportioned and looks much more like a scaled down model of a full version ship than the Malevolence does. Both ships clearly share the same DNA here as separate as flagships, with the tall command towers and the sharp front ends. You'll notice two large circular gun arrays on either side of the Malevolence that represent the large EMP weapon in the series. The Invisible Hand does feature a very nice custom display stand with an informational plaque and a 25 years of LEGO Star Wars brick that features the R2-D2 logo. I am a big fan of this stand, and I feel that it gives the Invisible Hand a very nice, polished finish that the Malevolence lacks. This does make sense given that the Invisible Hand is intended more as a display piece, while the Malevolence does have a lot of play features included. Moving over to the Malevolence here, you can definitely see a difference in technique here. This model is much more rough in appearance. It does feature some larger armor plating, but overall the detailing just isn't the same. It does look very good for its size though, and still features a fair amount of detailing. Let's take a look at the engines here on the rear of the models. The Malevolence features a plethora of engines, and these ones are designed the same way as the new Invisible Hand. This is one aspect that LEGO did keep consistent between the two models, which I do really like the continuity of that. The transparent orange bricks look really good. Compared to the insane amount that the Malevolence has, I guess I was just expecting a little more there, but I'm sure that is accurate to the movies. Overall, I think the engines look really good. They scale nicely with both of the models, and of course the Malevolence is absolutely gigantic in the cartoons, so it does make sense that there are more engines on the Malevolence here. Another note on appearance here, the Malevolence actually has a completely flat underside, so there is absolutely no detailing on that whatsoever. Just a series of flat plates. This does allow the model to sit perfectly flush with the ground when you set it down. This does hinder it a bit for display purposes. I would have liked to see a rounder, more finished bottom like we have here on the Invisible Hand. In contrast, the Invisible Hand looks very finished on the bottom. This is a complete 360-degree built model. There's also a place to attach the custom display stand, so all in all, this fits together very nicely. I will admit that the Malevolence does have incredible detailing from a side view. Now, of course, a lot of this is achieved by stickers, but we'll give this set a pass because it really just is so unique and a very cool set. And comparing the two command bridges here, despite being a smaller scale model, I do think that the Invisible Hand's bridge actually is in better proportion to the overall model than the Malevolence. Given the overall scale of the Malevolence, I think they could have done a better job smoothing the bridge out here and making it look a little bit more finished. And now taking a closer look at the Invisible Hand, you can notice from side profile here that there were several stickers used to create detailing. This was kind of disappointing to me, especially since the midi-scale Millennium Falcon actually included all printed pieces. If I remember correctly, there were only 4 stickers for this model. I feel like it wouldn't have been that difficult for LEGO to print these pieces instead. Of course, a notable feature of the Invisible Hand here versus the Malevolence is the display stand that comes with the Invisible Hand. It actually does have a custom printed piece that says LEGO Star Wars and of course the name of the ship there, and then the printed R2-D2 piece. It would have been nice for them to include a General Grievous minifigure. There's even a spot to put him on the side of the stand. I think that would have been really cool, and I am sad there are no minifigures with this set. Now, one of the other main features of the Invisible Hand is the breakaway middle. So just like we see in episode 3, the front half of the ship does come apart. LEGO had a very clever design here. This is put together really nicely and actually very seamless looking as well. Just a couple pieces here that click together in the middle, and when the model is put together flush, you wouldn't even notice where it comes apart. You kind of have to feel where it breaks away or else kind of know in advance. They did a very good job of concealing this and making it a seamless part of the model. I also love that they made the hanger see-through on both sides of the model. I won't spoil these for you guys, but LEGO did a great job of providing some Easter eggs for the builders in the manual. Overall, I absolutely love the Invisible Hand. For $49.99, I think this is an amazing ship. I absolutely love its display capabilities. It looks very smooth, very finished. I really just wish that it included a minifigure on the display stand. I think that would be ultimate to really tie this thing together. But overall, I am very happy with this model. And moving on to the Malevolence here. So on the outside, you can really see some more of this detailing. It really is a kind of puzzling set to revisit over 12 years later. I mean, based on the outside, LEGO tried to make it look kind of like a scale model, but then it does sacrifice some of the scale look to include play features. A noticeable difference with the Malevolence here is that it actually does include 6 minifigures. So you get a Padme in Senator outfit, you get a Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker, we actually get a very cool version of Count Dooku here, and everybody's favorite evil general, a tan version of General Grievous, and then a battle droid commander in addition to just a battle droid front unit who will probably be destroyed by General Grievous in one humorous way or another. And just like my motorized walking AT-AT, the Malevolence actually does include a carry handle on top of the model. For a sort of large, unwieldy, weighty model like this, it's actually really nice to have that handle so you can pick up the whole ship from one point. It is kind of front heavy though, so it doesn't fly super well. And overall, I did find the model to actually be pretty sturdy, so you can usually pick it up without too many issues. I really did not have any issue with fragility on this model. Taking a look at the side guns here, and these represent the EMPs from the show. There's actually a flick fire lever that allows you to fire off all 6 of these blue missiles, so 12 in total, 6 per side. And let's crack the lid here, which is surprisingly easy to do. LEGO did a great job designing this top panel. It just slots right into the top of the model. With the lid off, here's a closer look at the side guns here. You can see an elaborate gear system that powers these flick fire devices, and a fun little Easter egg here with a command seat. This one does actually expand and swivel, so General Grievous can sit and take command of the Malevolence. He's got the lovely green display panels from the show as well, and looks quite menacing piloting the ship. And because everyone loves their boss watching them at all times, there is a spot here for Count Dooku to sit in this sort of command module and keep an eye on General Grievous. The 2 battle droids fit nicely behind here as Count Dooku's guards. There is plenty of room in the interior to fit these minifigures. The detailing is overall rather sparse, but it is kind of fun that you can fit minifigures standing up and still be able to close the lid here. It really does provide a rather interesting interior ship play scenario, and I like how open and easy to access the design is. The back of the model features these 2 folding panels on either side. These conceal 2 small red cargo trains that play a role in the Clone Wars TV show. They're kind of a fun little gimmick. I didn't really see a whole lot of play value with them here. The track is actually rather limited in size. There is a swinging gate here actually, so you can kind of load the minifigures on and off the train, but overall it only slides about 3 or 4 inches, and you can barely fit a minifigure on these anyway, but they are kind of a cool little mini train build. LEGO did include these gray Technic pieces that kind of swivel down and hold the trains in place. That way when you're playing with the model, they don't slide all over by themselves. Kind of a thoughtful little feature so you don't have trains flying around inside the cabin. And here's the train on the other side of the model. This one actually is a little bit different design, but same method of operation here, sliding along the track. And a closer look at the carry handle here, which actually does take up quite a bit of space on the interior of the model. LEGO did an amazing job integrating some play features into this model. The method of removing and replacing the top panel is very smooth and intuitive, and overall very satisfying. Of course, you can't fly this model upside down or the panel will fall off. So there you have it, the Malevolence, a kind of hybrid mini scale, play scale, who really knows what it is, but it's cool, so we'll get it sort of set. Overall, I am very happy with both of these sets. I think that LEGO did a great job designing both of them. The Invisible Hand, of course, taking the cake for being the best display piece, and the Malevolence always impresses with its sheer size and sort of hybrid play/display functionalities. Please like and subscribe and comment below your thoughts on the Invisible Hand and the Malevolence. Fingers crossed we get more amazing CIS flagships in the future. Thanks for stopping by.